between what happened in southern Israel on the 7th of October and what has happened since then, we have had thousands and thousands of kids killed. And that's not even including those who are injured, those who are under the rubble, those who have lost limbs. It's said that the amputations of limbs of children is the greatest in any conflict in recorded modern warfare. Kids who have lost parents. You know, I wonder when the current Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu talks about finishing off Hamas. I wonder about what the 1 million children in Gaza will be doing in 20 years' time.
Where are the others? Enough. Where are the others? Push him.
The conflict in Gaza is an Israeli terrorism creation factory. And there is no sign of it finishing. Kids cannot go through what they have gone through in the last 12 months without it having an enormous impact on them for their entire lives. That is certainly the case physically for kids who have lost arms or legs or both. And we've met them. We've met them in hospitals. We've interviewed them. For them, this is a lifelong result. But the kids who are traumatised by the loss of parents, siblings, aunties, uncles, grandparents, cousins, who have experienced now 13 months of severe food deprivation, leading to a situation that is now described as acute malnutrition. These kids are going to have this impact throughout their lives. So, in one sense, I think some of these statements made by some of the Israeli extremists are correct, in that how these kids as adults are going to respond to what's going on should be troubling Israelis. But that's not the kids' fault. They can't go through what they have had to experience without this having a severe impact on them and their lives.
Another question.
I'm trying to absorb your assertion, fear, whatever you want to label it, about this next generation, you say, of terrorists, the terrorist breeding ground that Gaza will become. There have been wars before. I don't want to compare them, but I mean, World War II, the destruction left in Germany, the destruction of Japan. These didn't lead to breeding grounds for a future generation of terrorists. So God willing, Gaza will emerge ruled by something other than an internationally designated terror group. Why do you, it seems like an assumption that Gazan children growing up today are going to be terrorists of tomorrow? Is that not a dangerous assumption?
Yes, it is a dangerous assumption, and there is one distinct, definitive, determinative difference between the examples that you cite. It's continuing, and there is no end in sight.
So when an end comes, weeks, months from now?
Weeks, months? This has been going on for 100 years. Weeks, months?
Gaza has been occupied for 100 years?
No, the war has been going on for 100 years.
As well for Israel. Well, for 75 years.
I'm not denying that for a minute. I'm saying this war has been going on for 100 years, and there is no end in sight. To help these kids, to help Israel, it's got to stop. Then there is a possibility. But until it stops, there is no chance.
It's an interesting take.
I will tell them that I'm not a terrorist, I'm a Palestinian. I want to take revenge for what they